you 8 tips on how to successfully sell spices on Amazon using their FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon program. And we're going to dive into those 8 steps right now. This video on marketing food online, I'm going to give you the 8 steps to sell spices on Amazon FBA and do it very successfully, because there's a few things that you may or may not realize about how to sell spices online in some packaging that lives better than others. And I'm going to dive into several different types of spice packaging. But before we do, if you are brand new to my channel, this is Marketing Food Online. We are YouTube's premier food entrepreneur channel with over 600 videos to get your food business, your food product, or even your food truck up and running. And I have all kinds of fantastic experience doing this. I've been doing it for now over 20 plus years. I've been selling online for over 12 years now, about 13 years almost. We've got stores on Amazon. We got them on Etsy, on eBay. We've sold 6 figures on all of our platforms. And we definitely have had a lot of experience doing this. So hit that subscribe button and make sure you check out all of our videos. All right. So let me dive into the 8 different tips I've got for you. Now, I'm going to go by 1 all the way down to number 8. The first one all the way to 8 being the most important, at least in my opinion. And you definitely want to make sure that you take some notes. If you don't, you can always rewatch my video over and over and over. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So number 1, the most important aspect of selling spices online, and specifically on Amazon FBA's program, because you're going to be sending inventory to their warehouse, is packaging. First and foremost, packaging. Why is that important? Well, you can get packaging in either glass jars, you can get them in cardboard boxes, you can get them in paper, you can get them in small plastic containers. The type of packaging you use is going to have a little bit of a difference in as far as how much you're going to pay for fees, the ability for it to not break, the ability for it to be pulled off, put into a box, and safely shipped to your customer after they place their order with Amazon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive in and show you, actually. I've got several right behind the camera here. I'm going to grab these packages of spices. I'm going to go through them and explain to you how some of them are great if you're going to be in retail stores, but some of them you may not want to use when it comes to Amazon FBA. And I'm going to explain each one exactly how that works. All right, so I've got the package. The first one I'm going to actually talk about is glass. Now, I hope you get a chance to see that. This is a glass spice jar. These are very nice when they're sitting on a retail shelf, of course, or if you put them in a gift basket, that's fantastic. But glass in a warehouse where it's going to be handled very, let's say, abruptly and kind of rough in a way. I've had some of my products. The reason why I know this is because I've actually had a multitude of my candy products that I've shipped in different types of bags, actually different types of boxes. And some of them I've actually got them back because they've gotten so damaged in the warehouse when they handle them, when they move them, and when they ship them. So glass always sounds great. This is small. It is relatively thick and pretty dense. But the problem to having glass spices is that this gets dropped. Yes, and if this gets dropped in a warehouse and it doesn't withstand their drop test and breaks, this is going to be a problem. Now, this could be shipped to their warehouse and it can arrive safely, but the challenge is when one of their employees pulls it off the shelf and begins to package this and ship it to your customer and they mishandle it and it breaks. Now, you're probably thinking, well, I could probably just get a credit for it, Damien, and it'll be fine. Yes, you could, but here's the problem. All the time that you spent creating this product, you didn't send it to the warehouse for them to break it. You really want it to get to your customers. You don't want to get a refund. You don't want to get a credit. You don't want to get it sent back or disposed of. That's not the whole purpose. You're in business to make money. And if you send this into Amazon FBA and it breaks, well, then you're not making money. You're just getting a credit or you're just going to lose it, right? Okay, so these bottles are great if you're going to be shipping them to retail or if you're going to just fulfill the orders yourself. Now, if you're in a commercial setting, if you're in a warehouse and you got the ability to fill the orders, do it yourself. And you can do it with glass because these are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. These are great packaging. It looks fantastic. It's got a nice shaker lid on the top and the whole 9 yards. It's great. But keep in mind, other people are going to be handling this, okay? So that is package number 1. Let me grab the other one. Sorry about that close-up there. And another close-up. Okay, number 2. you've got, there we go, plastic. Now, this is Old Bay. This is one of their new plastic jars. These are great. Now, the only thing you want to keep in mind about this, and by the way, check this out. I'm so crazy about food. I love food. Look at this really multi-channel. Look at this different type of shaker top. And you can close this, and then you can even open it on the top completely. This is an ingenious container, by the way. Really quick side note. So this is plastic. If you drop this in the warehouse, obviously it's not going to break. This is great. The only problem, though, is it's too small. Now, I'm going to touch on something outside of the packaging really quick as a side note. Like I told you, I'm going to give you some tips on what really works and what doesn't and how it can be profitable. The number 2 on my list is the size. This is 2 ounces. Now, if you retail this, if you sent this, let's say you make this. This is obviously Old Bay. But if you made a product like this and you sent it to Amazon and you sold it for $3, $4, whatever, in the retail store, this is only about $3, right? The amount of fees that they're going to take to fulfill an order on a price point of $3 to $4, you're not going to make any money, okay? So the size of your packaging is huge because you can't make a lot of money or you won't make any money on really tiny price points, okay? Now, what you want to do is, of course, take this. If you created a product like this in a plastic jar and it was 2 ounces, you'd want to take this and add to about 6, half a dozen or 12 units, then sell it. Because when you start bundling products like this and you sell it in a 6-pack or a 12-pack, then you can raise your price point. And your price point becomes higher, therefore, the fee to fill it won't eat all of your profit, right? So you're going to actually have an opportunity to make money if you do it that way. If I were to sell this and I shipped it to Amazon right now, you're not going to make any money on it because the price point is going to be way too low. So keep that in mind. Bundling and the price point is very, very important, okay? So back to the container. Great product, plastic, way to go. This is great. But if it was me, 2 ounces ain't going to cut it. I would probably do maybe close to a pound or 11 or 12 ounces, make a bigger container because you want that price point to go higher. So great container. Next up, paper. Okay, sorry about the close-up. All right, so the next one up is your individual pouch, right? Everybody's seen these, very thin. You tear off the top and you empty out your spice. These are great. Why? Because they're also lightweight. When you're using Amazon FBA, the weight of the product has a big factor on the fulfillment. So keep that in mind. Now again, if I were selling this, I would sell 12 at least or even more at a time to create a price point that's going to make me some money. Because this is also very light, all right? This filled, I think it's like about, not even an ounce. This is a little less than an ounce, okay? Now, next up, you're going to have this one. And these are brand new, and I absolutely love them. Why? All right, so this is a spice box, but check this out. When you open this up, you actually have a recipe, right? And this is what you can make with this product that's inside this pouch, but it gives you a recipe. These are catching on like crazy. I've seen these in Whole Foods. I've seen them in Walmart and Kroger and a lot of other retailers that sell food. Why is this so cool? Why is it so important? Because when you give a consumer a recipe to create a product using your product, you're going to sell a heck of a lot more of it. Obviously, spices that are in a jar don't have a recipe. They don't have anything to show the consumer what they can do with it. This is very cool, and this is catching on like unbelievable. There's actually a lot of pasta sauces coming out with this, seasonings, dips, all that kind of stuff. So giving your customer a little bit of a recipe is a great idea. You can do this as well. By the way, if you're starting a spice business and you want to have someone produce the spice for you, there's always a co-packer, a private label company to do it. How do you do that? Check down below. I've actually put together a huge list of spice companies that do co-packing. Download yourself a copy of that list. It's also got 20 questions to ask your co-packer and a whole bunch of other information on it. Get yourself a copy of that. It's a digital download. Take a link, click onto the link down in the description. You'll get more about it. So that's another one. Now, next up is, of course, the larger plastic container. Now, this isn't very fancy. This is very inexpensive, very small, right? Plastic, of course, not as fancy as the other ones. But this holds almost over half a pound. Now you're talking about something, because this size and bigger, between half a pound or even two of these together, you have the ability to, again, create a higher price point. That's going to make you a higher per sale item, and the fee's not going to eat you up, so you can actually make a profit. Okay? All right, so we've covered 1, 2, 3. We've covered price points, size, and packaging. So the next up is remember, shelf life. Keep in mind the shelf life of spices. Now, that's the great thing about spices, is the fact that it has a huge long shelf life, and there's temperatures traditionally don't affect the quality of spices. So in some of these warehouses where it gets really hot, it's not going to affect the quality. Plus, these things can last for almost ever. This one actually is seasoned salt. I don't even think this even has an expiration date on it. So this has a very long shelf life, okay? Now, number 5 tip. Send in, and I know this may sound odd, small amounts of inventory, not a lot. Why would you want to do that? Well, my own experience is the candies that we make have a tendency to have a short shelf life, very small window, okay? I would rather send in half a dozen, 3 dozen, or maybe 40 units, sell through it, and literally be sold out, and then just replenish it, instead of having my candy in there and then the expiration date is approaching and Amazon will pull it and basically dispose of it or send it back to you. And they charge you when they send it back to you. So send in a small quantity to test it out. I wouldn't do 100, 500, 600, 1,000 units at a time. Don't do that. Send a few at a time, test it out, sell out of it, and then just replenish it. That's the smarter thing to do, right? Number 6. This one is genius. And you may, if you're a beginner and you're new to e-commerce and you're not familiar with the fulfillment centers, use FBA. Use Amazon's FBA or any fulfillment center you choose for multi-channel selling. What does that mean? That means that on Etsy, eBay, Bonanza, Amazon, any e-commerce that you have, Shopify, BigCommerce, and so on, you can actually sell a product all over the place in different platforms, and Amazon will fill those orders for you. It's leveraging Amazon FBA for multi-channel purposes, and that gives you an opportunity to sell your spices everywhere online and have one single fulfillment center do the shipping for you. It's genius. Next up, number 7, assortment. Now, if you are creating a line of spices, and again, let me just grab these really quick. Okay. And you've got a variety, right? Like we've been looking at, let's say a variety of stuff. Make sure that you have more than one singular type of product. Now, some people may disagree with me. That's perfectly fine. That's your opinion. For me, that's why we have such a variety of products. I don't rely on one product. So don't rely on one spice. Don't rely on 2. If you can come up with like a half a dozen or even more, 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10 different types of spices or blends, that's better. Why? Because your consumer, your customer loves to see variety. If you open an Amazon store and you're selling this, that's kind of boring. And you're not going to get a lot of customers because a lot of people who buy spices are looking for a particular spice blend. If you can offer them a variety, you're going to attract more customers. Okay? Last but not least, number 8. This is a longer video than I normally do because I only do about 10 minutes. But that's okay. The last and really most important, number 8, stay on top of your business. Remember this, e-commerce is not a set it and forget it and walk away type of business. If someone tells you that it is, they're full of baloney and they've never done an e-commerce business. Any business that's successful is a business. It has to be monitored, managed, looked after, fulfilled with inventory, maintaining customer service, all of that stuff. So keep in mind, this is a business. It's not a hobby for you. If you want it to be successful, you need to do it every single day. Obviously, you can take days off when you choose, but just have the mentality that you have to maintain your business. I am in our facility every day but Sunday, and I monitor everything that we do, shipping orders, packing orders, customer service, everything that we've done it for 12 years, and that is how you run a business. Keep that in mind. This is not a send it out, wash your hands of it, and just travel the planet and don't worry about it, because you need to maintain your business. If you want it to grow, you have to put effort into it. So with that being said, those are the top 8 tips that I can give you on making a truly successful spice business. If you've got questions, let me know down below. And of course, again, check those resources and see if they can help you out any further. So if you have anything else, let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So if you're looking to start your own food business, check out these videos for more resources. Profitable food business ideas, how to start a food truck business, learn all about cottage food laws to create a home business for selling food, and how to start a catering business from home. These and many more small food business ideas are all at your fingertips when you subscribe to Marketing Food Online.